Hello and welcome to the Portent Kast. My name is Lila. I am your dungeon keeper and host. Portent Kast is a queer, female, and non-binary actual play show where we're playing TTRPGs of all sorts, and you are tuning in to episode 14 of Below the Grove. And without further ado, let's introduce our players.
Hello, I am Ezra and I play Valencia.
Hello, I'm Raven and I play Erebus.
Hi, I'm Star and I play Sakura.
Hi, I'm Helen and I play Kieran.
Hello, I am CD and I play Otto.
Hi, I'm Kristen and I play Lorelai.
And I'd like to introduce you to my new companion for intros, Orsa, who you may remember from season 1 of TPK. Hootie has unfortunately been benched since he murdered me. We were lucky that Orsa here had a scroll of Revivify available to him, which is great. So Orsa, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're here to do? Oh, okay. I have to cover my mouth for an unknown reason. Hey guys, I'm Orsa. And I'm here to tell you, you can keep up with the podcast and anything TPK by following us on Twitter and TikTok and YouTube Shorts with oh, sorry, that was me. That wasn't Star. At the Portent Kast. I'd also like to introduce my best friend who's going to help me with intros. Oh, is it me? No. Oh, okay. What do you have? I have another dragon friend. You do? Oh, hi! Hi there! What's your name? What's your name? Growly. Well, nice to meet you, Growly. Welcome to the group. Now I have 2 dragons helping me with the intro. This is gonna be great, and I'm sure we'll have no ill consequences. Well, happy holidays, everybody. We're gonna have a very good holiday. Why did you just say something ominous in my ear? You look very familiar. I'm sure I'll pick it up. Happy holidays, everybody. Back to you, Lila.
Yes, happy holidays to all of those who celebrate whatever holiday you may. But let's dig into this week's episode of Below the Grove.
Hootie.
The Fortunes Favored has recently made their way towards the Shadow Spire Seminary to investigate a sliver of Valencia and Kieran's past, since they were nearby. They explored the seminary under the guise of prospective students and were allowed a self-guided tour of the grounds while they were in search of the room where Valencia and Kieran were held captive and experimented on. They found and stole many different magical items, journals, and such while investigating the seminary, and eventually found their way down to the secret basement passageway where Valencia and Kieran spent a lot of their time. As they stepped into the room, Valencia had flashed back to all of the horrid moments she had spent there, and her magic had surged and nearly killed Kieran while injuring the others in the group. They gathered themselves after stabilizing Kieran and eventually made their way into the prison to find that Maristella, Valencia's mother, was nowhere to be found, along with Miss Piedmont. We pick back up as the group has made their way outside of the seminary grounds to figure out what to do next.
Otto, do we want to go to your brother's house again and let them know what we found out?
We can. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Did we my sister-in-law, she like went back into the seminary and was like, wait, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'll just be like, yeah, we can go back to my brother's place. I don't know how much we don't really need to update him, I don't think, unless you want to. But we could at least rest there probably for a moment.
You guys do know that's about like a day and a half's journey from where you guys are right now. And a few of you know that Erebus is on a very tight timeline.
Do we know when the next moon is?
Erebus knows it's 6 days away.
Days away.
And you guys are halfway through this day, so technically 5.5.
We don't have to. We can go further to see if we can find Valencia's mother.
I think also getting far away from where we were just at is a good idea, especially with how much damage we caused. I'm worried that if we stay too close to here, it could cause some issues.
I would like to be as far away from this place as possible, just in general.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair, and I definitely think that we should do that.
Start going north. We want to get away from we could start heading like we're going to head back toward Ozan. And then figure out, because that's...
Should we be making our way to the grove?
The grove is where they, I'm trying to remember her name.
Marcella and Peanut.
Marcella?
Yes. Is that where we would find them?
Also, just based on Otto would probably know this a little bit more. To get there by foot, it would probably be around the time that the full moon happens. If you guys take the tunnels back up towards where Ozan is, into Colfell, that was about a 5-day journey. Because it cut through a lot of like the rocky terrain and stuff.
Only like 3 of us know about the tight schedule that we're on.
Yes, I'm just making it clear to those who do know that is the schedule you guys are on.
I know, I'm just like, I don't think, just whatever you guys want to do.
I'm trying to remember. If we went back towards Otto's brothers, was that also north or was that?
It's like northeast.
Northeast. Okay.
That would be back to where that's where Shadow Peak Volant is, which is the little griffin on the map. Yeah.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, Erebus is definitely looking at Otto. He's just like, what are you thinking? When it comes to
Well,
everything?
that's a very. There's so much of everything.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a lot about all of it, but in terms of helping you, I mean, I probably should have asked him when we saw him, but maybe my brother would know of some manacles or chains that we could figure out. Just he's like a fighting guy. He probably has resources there. I don't know what he gets up to.
Is this the kind of thing that you should just be talking about in front of the group?
Why do we need chains?
I don't need to know about your kinks.
Here. No, not the issue here. Yeah, maybe we should talk to your brother. I don't know.
At least, I mean, that is a place that we can at least evaluate, what where are we trying to get to? What are our options? And regroup on that front.
The butcher
Yeah.
might know something.
Butcher?
Right. The half-orc, lady.
I see. I thought you
Hmm?
meant an actual butcher. For
No.
a second. I
No.
was forgetting that was her title.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Oh,
a butcher not an actual butcher?
No,
No.
she does other things. But if she was she said that she was going to be heading up to the Whispering Woods. There was a beast she was going to be investigating up there.
Yeah. If we do, we just need to be careful. You know. Yeah. But we'll figure it out. Let's at least start going somewhere. Oh.
Yeah.
So your brothers, is that where we're heading to, Otto? And then we're evaluating where we need to go?
Winston. Okay. I think okay. Otto gets out the little booklet of tracking the days and whatnot. And goes, if the Whispering, right? Yeah, if the Whispering Woods is where we're trying to end up in, we would narrowly get there before, like a day before.
Oh, okay.
Before
That would probably be
you
the
had
best
to
bet.
immediately deal with your things.
Yeah. Everybody, I will explain that. My apologies. Yeah. Okay, that's a good idea, Otto.
Just if we're trying to get out of away from this area,
Yeah.
and gone with little traces left, maybe we just head directly there if we go by tunnels.
Okay. That is completely fine with me.
The Manacle mission has been pretty not happening.
I've asked a lot of people about silver manacles. Everyone looks at me weird.
I'm so sorry. I feel so bad about that. I'm so sorry.
Looking, but
I appreciate you all. I'll explain while we're walking, if that's okay.
Oh, is this the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know I was gonna have to explain it right now, especially after everything that just kind of went down. Do you want me to wait to explain this?
Let's get farther away from this place before we start talking.
Yeah, we're also
Let's go.
I need Otto to make a survival check to successfully get you guys back towards the tunnels where you guys were at.
Can Cricket help me at all?
Yes.
Thank you.
To get there would probably take you guys until kind of dusk, and you guys can continue forth throughout the night as well if you guys would like to.
That's a 9.
Even with help?
I roll a 4 and a 6, and my survival is actually only.
You are in your favored terrain.
Oh, okay. What do I do for that?
You get to double your proficiency bonus if you're proficient in it.
Doesn't Valencia have like Tides of Chaos or something too that can help?
Well.
Oh shit! Yeah. Or I think Tides of Chaos?
I think Tides of Chaos might just be a you thing.
Yes, but I can use Bend Luck to add a D4. If it'll help at all. 3.
3.
That's
so
12.
12 plus 3, 15.
Okay. That does
like
help.
retroactive plus.
Yes, you guys get there a little after dusk because of that. But you guys do get to where the cave tunnel ended up collapsing. You guys do notice the bodies are no longer there. You don't know where they went. But are you guys continuing into the night, or are you camping there?
We should definitely camp so we can heal and get our, spell slots back.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys venture a little bit into the tunnel so you guys aren't totally exposed, find a spot, and hunker down for a long rest. What are you guys doing?
Erebus is like, would it be okay if I explain in the morning? Where I can figure out the best words and course of action. Today's been a lot.
I think I have some extra paper in my journal if you'd like to write down what you want to say.
I'm not really a words guy, but I'll try it.
She
Worth
rips
a
a few
try.
pages from the back of her journal and hands you like that, and I guess a quill as well.
Mm-hmm. You'd be like, thank you. I will work on this and get to you all in the morning.
Circle back. If anyone found anything, I know that we all had kind of sticky fingers in there. I can look at anything that was found and try to find out what it does.
I actually have something that I grabbed for you. And she reaches into her bag and pulls out the little black book.
Okay. She hands you this. It's kind of small, and its pages are extremely fragile and very, very old. You can just tell by the way it's been kept. It hasn't been kept very well. But as you flip through it, it has 8 unknown spells to you. Varying powers. The first one is called Soul Shackle. It allows you to tie yourself to an enemy, and you have a chance of basically yoinking their soul if it dies while the spell is still up. Let me put that into your journal just so you can see what it does exactly. There is a 3rd level spell called Blood Pact, which allows you to deal extra necrotic damage at the expense of you taking necrotic damage. There is a spell called Bone Shatter, which does what the spell's name is. Let me put that one in. There is a spell called Void Walk, which allows you to go basically in between the void of life and death, and gives you some good advantages and resistances. There is a higher level spell called Blood Puppetry, which allows you to take control of an enemy for the duration, as long as you have concentration on it. There is a spell called Withering Grasp, which reduces a target's hit point maximum until they have greater restoration cast upon them. There's a spell called Shadow Bolt, which does big heavy damage. And Shadow Plague, which does more heavy damage. The last 2 are 5th and 6th level spells that you do not have access to yet. But all 8 are in your inventory to look at.
What a delicious little treat. Nom nom nom. Whoa!
I don't know how much of it will be useful to you, but I saw that it was, not typical magic, and you seem to like learning the things, so.
Right.
So you gained access to the Spellbook of Secrets.
Ah! Sorry, I love that name. He's very much just like, someone just gave me a book as a gift. That's so nice. Oh, it has a bunch of illegal magic in it. I love
Even
that.
nicer.
Even nicer. Like he's having a crisis of self right now. You're like, oh, I should, like, he should be stepping back from this kind of shit. And instead he's like, oh, this is so nice.
Instead, he has someone actively encouraging
Yeah.
it. Just like,
He's like,
"Here's the thing-
okay.
Here's
Okay.
a thing you like.
It's so funny though, because it's very much, this is his thing of like, no one is gonna like that I do this or like me for it. And then someone's like, here's a gift of the things that you do that are illegal. Right,
Are you
cool,
looking
thank
over
you.
anything else?
Yeah, I'll cast Identify on stuff. I'll be like, oh, thank you. This is very cool. It's got a lot of stuff, and I'm sure that we can learn a lot from it. Thank you. I'll give her a quick hug.
Make a con save, baby.
Yeah, I'll make a con save, yeah. 16.
Yeah, you're good.
It was actually 17, but yeah.
You're extra good.
I'm extra good. Thank you. And then if anyone wants to hand me anything, I'll ritual identify it before I go to bed.
I do have the list of everything that everyone has. Kieran, you have the bent ring with the pearl on it, and also the necklace you got from the portrait. Otto, you have the ring of spell storing, which was already done, and then that poison you grabbed. Sakura, you have the immovable rod, and you have that older book that you found. Erebus has the glamour weave. And then Valencia, you have that staff.
So I'll just
Yeah,
identify
Kieran.
and learn what everything does.
Yeah, Kieran will hand over both the ring and the necklace to be.
Okay. The necklace is called the Crest of Shadows and gain its. Excuse me. It allows advantage on stealth checks when attuned.
Ooh.
The ring is the Pearl of Power, which allows you to regain a 3rd level spell slot or lower. You do have you already know that the immovable rod is a thing, so let me just add that to your inventory star. You didn't find that, or that, or that. The poison that Otto found is Sciotith poison, which paralyzes upon ingestion.
What do you think about that, Kristen?
I know it will.
The fact that you're wearing Fern's sweater today. And like you thought, Star, the grimoire you found does increase your intelligence or your spell attack and save DCs by 2, and you can also restore an extra spell slot level when using Arcane Recovery.
Ooh.
Damn, dude.
Okay. Do I have to look at that for a certain amount of time over?
You have to
however long?
attune to it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome.
I would like to take the time to attune to the Crest of Shadows, please.
Okay, you take the time to attune to the Crest of Shadows, gaining advantage on stealth checks.
And Lorelai still has the 2 spell scrolls that she found.
Yes, you had greater invisibility and haste.
Yeah. And she's gonna start.
Your robot-y. What?
She's gonna start trying to put it in her spell book. But I think at that, oh yeah, she still has
It's
her.
gonna
vial
take
blood,
a while
but-
to do because it takes a few hours to do that with just one of those spells because they are higher level.
She's gonna start working on it.
Okay, what one are you starting on?
Haste. My voice. Jeez, Louise.
Okay. Over the next few days, you can probably get that done when you guys are resting. Did I put the glamour weave? Yeah, I did put the glamour weave in the inventory. I think that's what everyone has.
Is there a way to mark advantage on Roll20?
I don't think so, but I can take a look.
Okay.
Excuse me, sorry. Who's taking first watch, if anyone? Okay, the three of you, I need perception checks.
Well-
That would be a 23.
11.
Okay. There is not a way to mark advantage. You just have to make sure that every time you do, you just
Oh, good.
remember. Okay. Yeah. You guys continue through your watch. Anything you guys talk about or do?
Erebus is probably using the parchment that Valencia gave him. Just kind of like writing stuff down, then crossing it out. Writing stuff down somewhere, then crossing it out. And he's just kind of been doing that in the same repetition for the last hour or so.
If you need
Alright.
more paper, I can.
I don't think it's worth it. I don't want you to waste parchment. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a words guy. But I appreciate you giving that to me to help. He'll give you back your quill.
To put it in her bag. I think at this time she's just like trying to read more of the book that she stole, to just kind of like read more on it, like as she's keeping watch.
Okay, you kind of get just kind of that same information I've already given you.
Oh, so that's everything that's in the book? Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you have the staff too?
It gives advantage on Arcana checks.
Yeah, I
That's all
didn't
it
say to
does.
identify it just because of like it doesn't matter what the name is.
If it
It's
has a
called
cool
the
name.
Arcane of Arcane. It's the Gem of Arcane Insight, is what's giving you that advantage. It's just attached to a staff. Okay. The next morning comes. All watches going uninterrupted. But heading on the next day's journey. What are you guys doing?
I think Erebus has like, I don't know what we can do to cook, but if he could cook anything, he'd like make everybody breakfast.
Aww.
That's so sweet.
That's
Imagine
He's like
the-
been up.
The Shrek scene in the morning when you sing and then the bird explodes and then you cook their baby eggs. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, you know, that scene, it's Shrek.
I know the one.
Yeah, you guys all awake to Erebus cooking breakfast. Not something he normally does in the morning. But yeah.
Or like
Hi,
puts a
guys.
hand on his shoulder because she could see that he's kind of anxious and acting not normal.
Food?
Sure. Are you okay?
Yeah, I shouldn't be this nervous, but it's not like something that I talk about usually, except for like with my family. So I don't know.
Is this kind of the thing you brought up after I got brought back to life? You said you had something to talk about?
Yeah, no, it is. It is that. Yeah. It's
Oh.
just, I don't know. I just don't want you all to see me any differently. I think that's the big thing.
Well, no matter what it is, I'll still be here for you.
Thank you,
I'm sure
Lorelai.
we all will be.
You see as Cricket kind of like comes up next to you and just kind of puts her head underneath your hand.
Oh, Cricket, you want some food? He gives her food. He's like, thank you. Can I pat? Okay. And then Erebus does.
Okay. Yeah. She takes the food and while you're petting her, just like wraps it in a web.
Oh, I love Cricket so much. But Erebus just kind of waits until everybody's like around, and he'll hand everybody food. Like, here you go, guys. So a few of you all already kind of know about it, kind of figured it out by yourself. I'm not really good at hiding things. I don't like to, honestly, but specifically to you, Lorelai, do you know what a werewolf is? Have you ever heard of that?
No. I know what a wolf is.
Okay, so more. Okay, I can work with that. So I have lycanthropy. That sounds raven. I saw Lila's face. It made me laugh.
Question for the DM: Does Lila know? Does Lila know?
Just like
Yes,
that.
Lila
I
knows.
do know, actually, yes.
Does
What?
Lorelai know what lycanthropy?
No,
lycanthropy
you do not know what
is?
lycanthropy is. You do not know anything
Yes.
about being a sort of were creature at all. You've never heard
Like-
about it.
She looks completely lost, and she's just
Okay, so what that is it's a curse that causes humanoids to turn into like a wolf-like being, wolf-like monster. I hate that word. Beast. And it happens every like full moon uncontrollably. I can technically turn into one now, but you know, on a full moon I can't fully control it. Not very fun. Don't enjoy that. Usually that this curse is caused by like either a bite mark by another person with this curse or like a scratch mark. However, mine's a bit different than that. I was not like bitten or gotten it that way, but it still works the same way. And a full moon is happening soon, quite soon, actually. Thank you, Sakura.
So that is why you need the chains.
Oh.
Yes.
What did you think I was asking for chains for?
I don't know.
I
You
don't
seem like the
think
kind of person who likes to be tied up.
What?
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about it, Valencia.
Okay.
wait.
Okay.
So you turn into a wolf?
Yeah.
Give me,
Yeah.
I need to boost Kristen's volume real quick. Okay, redo that, please.
Homophobia. Okay, I'm good. Like, so you turn into a big wolf.
Yeah. Basically.
I love wolves. They're my favorite.
You're taking this a lot differently than I thought you were going to. Cool.
I mean, it's still you. You're just gonna be a wolf. I love wolves.
Huh. He just kind of nods. He's like, okay, yeah, you took that a lot differently than I thought you were going to. The only problem is that sometimes I'm not all there mentally. I can usually keep control over like my mentality when I'm in that state, but that isn't always the case. That's why we were trying to take some precautions, especially on the full moon, because it's even harder for me to stay conscious. And I don't want to hurt any of you all. I would never want to put you at risk, any of you. So that's why we were just trying to take that extra precaution. We usually do back home, but I don't have those same things here. Usually they keep me in like a locked room, very heavily guarded. But yeah, don't have that option right now. So
We need someplace secluded where you can be probably locked away. That doesn't sound fun.
it's not, but it's for your all's protection, and that's the most important thing to me. It doesn't really matter about how like I feel about it. It's just what needs to be done. But I didn't bring any of those things with me for some reason. I should have thought of that. I just didn't know I was going to be out this long. when I originally left. So I just didn't think to prep
If
for
we're in
this.
the woods, do you just want to run around?
First of all, I don't know where I'll go, and second of all, monster hunters are a thing, and if I get caught by any of them, then
But you're a wolf. You're not a monster.
It's
yeah.
a bit wolf
Shadow like gets
person.
out their like notebook and like shows a very like basically a sketch of like approximately what it might look like. I feel like Firelights more like this.
It's more of a. It's not a regular wolf. It's a cursed wolf situation. And they'll look at cursed wolf and they'll go, "Oh, monster," but not monster, Erebus. But they won't care.
Because they don't know who I am or any of the sort, and with lycanthropy, because it can be spread, it can be very, very dangerous. In my situation, I think it's a bit harder for that to occur, but it can still happen. But it's less likely that I would be able to spread my lycanthropy, but it's not a guarantee, and they don't know that.
Oh, do you think staying at Otto's brother's house would be the most safe for you?
No, probably not. Anywhere near, like, a town or anything, that's still pretty risky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a few of the issues here. It's just like, if I get out somehow, I look like a werewolf. They're going to treat me,
What if
monster hunting.
we use the tunnels and use some rocks to create like a wall to keep you
I
there,
think I could
and then
probably break them.
What about something like the cells that were in the crypt, the boiling crypt?
Maybe that would work. I'm not exactly sure.
A little bit close to people, which could be
An issue.
You guys also recall that the austere eyes, you guys were told by Derek, the austere eyes raided the boiling crypt, and imprisoned everyone that was down there.
Yes, maybe not the best idea. I don't exactly know where we could go. That's why we were just trying to prep with the chains. Yeah, that's what
they
that
normally
was
sell
all
them?
about. You can find them. It's been a bit difficult trying to find them, and I'm so sorry, Sakura and Otto, that you had to. I feel terrible about that. Thank you for looking, though. I really appreciate that, especially with how close everything's getting.
We'll keep looking. We are on a timed situation, though. So
When is the next full moon?
You said 5 days previously, right, Lila?
5.5.
It was
It
5
was
days.
6
yeah.
yesterday. There's 5 now, so you guys would have to travel quite a bit. And rather quickly to get to Coalfell before.
Are there any like monster hunting stores that might specialize in finding like the chains specifically?
That is actually kind of a brilliant idea.
I would say Otto and Kieran, you would know that the Greyville Monster Hunting Guild is on the underside of the mountain near Ozan, and they might have some equipment.
Did I learn anything from my foreplay? The butcher? About
Jesus.
just, to know, she would just tell me, hey, here's where I buy my equipment.
I needed some context from that.
No. The only thing you learned was that she was gonna go after this beast that she had heard about in the Whispering Woods.
Also, Sakura, you, when talking about the butcher, where was she heading?
Whispering Woods. She said there was a monster she was looking into.
She said there was there was a beast at the bottom of the Shadow Mountain that she was gonna look into.
Beast at the bottom of the Shadow Mountains.
How close are we to that?
You guys are closer to like the Hog's Head on the map. That would be where the Plague Doctor mask is.
Oh, so it's
but if you guys use
away.
the tunnels, you could get to Ozan a day before the full moon and walk closer towards that.
Okay.
You guys could also travel during the night and speed up that process. You guys would just gain exhaustion points as you do that.
So
another. Oh, what were you saying, Otto?
Oh, I was just asking Lila. Actually, you said I know the Grey Veil is it in the city of Ozan?
It's
or is
not
it like...
in the city. It's on the back side of the mountain,
Okay,
underneath where Ozan is. Just in case they bring monsters there to deal with. They don't want to let loose in the city.
I didn't think so, but just for clarification.
So if we head toward Coalfell, we'll head like in that area.
Generally.
I didn't think of this, but now I'm a bit concerned. Otto, did I tell you that all of my family has this?
I think you mentioned family in there, so I think I assumed yes, but I wasn't sure how many.
I didn't know that this was also something that I was going to bring up today. The reason why I actually left my home was to look for my sister. She left a little bit before I did with I'm trying to think of the right term. Partner? I don't know. With somebody else. And the problem about it is that my sister also has this, and I've learned to control, at least like stay there mentally and stuff. When I turn, my sister has a harder time with that. And I'm worried.
Why'd she leave if she was not in control?
So the person that she left with, our families don't get along at all.
Oh, is it?
Is this a Romeo and Juliet situation?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so they didn't get along, and so my sister left, and like my parents are like, at least my daddy is like, she's found death and stuff.
I have a question.
So I'm trying to stop that. Yeah.
So you're werewolves, your whole family, right?
Yes.
And your enemies, would they happen to be vampires?
No.
Did she run away with a vampire?
Yes. Yes, she did. That happened. She seemed really sweet.
I don't blame her.
She ran off with, but I didn't really know what was going on. I was just trying to help my sister, and it didn't really work out the way that we had both hoped. And then she had to leave, and so I've been looking for her, but that hasn't really been happening because all the stuff going on with this group and saving the world. She didn't tell me. She didn't actually tell any of us, really. She just said, hey, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. And she left, which is fair, because my father would never have allowed her to go. But now I'm kind of concerned what beast you're the butcher. The butcher.
You're the butcher?
Yeah, am I the butcher?
I don't know.
You're
the butcher. I don't know if that's her or not. And because the full moon is happening?
Do you know if your sister and this vampire went back to, like, where the vampire is from? Or did they, like, run away?
They would not have done that.
Okay.
I'm sure that her family is just as upset as mine. They both have similar energy with this type of thing, so I'm sure that her family is very upset as well. Yeah, our family has been fighting for a while.
Right. So it's a werewolf and vampire version of the ancient tale of Juliet and Romeo.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's find your sister.
I'm just hoping
It's
it doesn't
all right.
end the
The
same
ending's
way.
just really sad. It's really
Yeah,
sad.
exactly. I don't want it to end the same way, so that's why I'm trying to find them.
I feel like they would
But I
have to
haven't
work
had any
pretty hard for it to end the exact same way.
That would be a lot.
That's so much miscommunication.
That's true, but I mean really just like the ending bit.
The actual end, as opposed to like how that ending comes to be.
Yeah.
Where they die.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
What-
I'm confused. What ending? What ancient story?
There's a book. There's a
Don't
book
worry about that.
about two families who are enemies, like the werewolves and the vampires, and then they run away together and they die.
Well,
Basically.
children
very
from each
fun.
of them fall in love. It's like the classic star-crossed lovers.
Yeah.
It's a whole process. We'll tell you about it later. We should find your
Yeah.
sister.
Are
Yeah,
there any places that she held dear? Maybe she would have taken her there.
I don't know where they would have gone outside of where we live. I know when we did the reading, they brought up, was it a lake or something? I'm trying to remember. But I know they had brought up something, and I felt like it was correlating with my sister.
A forest that holds torment?
Yeah. I'm just, that could be anywhere.
Do you think the beast that the butcher is looking for could be related to your sister?
Or it could be
An
my
oasis.
sister. An oasis. Okay. Yeah, it's really, I just don't know where that would be, but it is a possibility, especially because my sister, when she turns, it's very difficult for her to control all the just like pent up emotions, I guess, of everything. It's just always something that she's dealt with. And none of us have been able to help her with it, but I'm worried now that she's gone, there's no way for her to control that. And I really don't want anything happening to her.
How long ago did she leave?
She had left a little bit before me. She had gotten like, wouldn't it have been, this is as Raven, like a day or so's travel?
Yeah, she had gotten like 2 days ahead of you before you had left. And that was about 2 months ago.
Yeah, so it's been quite a while. It's been 2 months since she left and I left, but she had like 2 days.
How often does
more than me.
the full moon occur?
The large white moon that is in the sky occurs regularly, like every 30 days, like every month. So she has experienced, both she and Erebus have experienced a full moon before he met up with Lorelai.
Is there maybe... I don't want to think this is true, but there might be a chance if she has experienced the full moon that might be the monster that the butcher is after. Why
No,
did I
that's definitely a concern.
Let's go investigate.
Well, the main concern is if we get there and the moon happens and Erebus ends up we would have 2 werewolves to then handle at the same time. And
If we knock you out, we won't kill you or anything, will you? We can just if we have to.
you're gonna try and knock out a werewolf.
Well, I mean, if we have to.
Yes, if you can do it, then that would work. If you can do it.
You put a lot of emphasis on if.
There is a big emphasis on the if.
Yes, I'm realizing
I
how
believe in you
strong.
all.
Erebus,
I believe
you are
in
Erebus, that's nice.
very
That's, we
It's not
need to
too
be a
bad.
little more realistic at this point.
incredibly strong normally.
I almost killed you. You
Oh.
can't trust me.
Okay, so we
Isn't your
put
fault.
Valencia next to him and then have her just explode
Why am I
with all of her magic, and that will
I
protect
can't
us.
trust it to happen.
I don't want to risk anything happening to Valencia, so let's not have her
No,
close
that's-
to me.
I mean, I can probably do it. I can learn how to control it.
Oh no, let's not put that on the
let's not
table.
Please don't put that on Valencia's shoulders.
No,
Figure
you're
out a different
fine.
You are
way.
fine. Don't
It was-
don't worry about that at all. We'll find something else.
If we did
Don't
want
But like as a
worry.
last resort.
I can fake your death for an hour.
What?
You'll be like still like a dead person, and you won't move, and you can't really get hurt or anything. Just for an
Oh.
hour.
Well, I don't know how long I'll be turned.
I think
Is
the
the issue.
rune is up for longer than an hour.
It's a night
Yeah.
cycle.
That's a good start,
Yeah,
Lorelai.
y'all
I
have
can
me
just
an hour.
recast it too. Until we figure out something to do.
I also
plan.
I recently learned how to summon an undead thing,
Oh, okay.
so you could have like a guard.
Sure.
Oh, I can do that too. Maybe.
Huh. Okay.
What, is this a casual thing or?
I
I never
I'm
know
impressed.
anymore.
That's really cool, actually.
All I can do is fling him around with blood.
Yeah, my big thing. I don't know if I want you to do that. Actually, please don't do that. If all possible.
Okay.
Do we?
So if I do my spell, I can say you could be dead for 3 hours. Until we figure
Fun.
out something else. You'll be breathing.
Good
You won't be
start.
Well,
actually
actually-
dead.
Got the Otto found that ring, so you could put a couple of feigned deaths in the ring, and then you could use it too, so you could do more.
I just need another. For doing 8 hours for the whole night, I just need 5 more.
How much can the ring do?
I think it's up to
Uh,
5 levels total.
So, what exactly does the spell do? Because I really don't want to actually like die.
It doesn't kill you.
It fakes your death. It
doesn't
makes
hurt
you.
you.
It puts you in a catatonic state, basically. What level spell is Feign Death, Lorelai?
I think it's third.
It is the 3rd level.
You can only put
I
one
think it
Feign
would be
Death
fun.
into the spell.
So 4 hours.
If
That's-
you teach it to me, sorry, Sakura. If you teach it to me, I can put it in my spell book too. That way, I can do another 4.
And you
Yeah.
can also use higher level spell slots to cast it.
Was that at an hour or something?
I don't know.
Okay.
But it will give you another
It does
chance
not
to
say.
cast it, even if it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it
Special.
probably would just. It doesn't say anything about it being cast at another level, so.
So
Okay,
it,
but-
it wouldn't add a duration at all then.
But you could still do it. So
Yeah, you could still
if
do
you-
it.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
another
won't
charge.
add anything to it.
Yeah.
And this is as Raven. Do I have to make a save for it?
You could be willing. It's for willing.
Yeah, you have to
Such
be
a
willing
willing
to do it.
creature.
It's also a ritual spell. So if you
Oh.
choose to spend 10 minutes casting it each time, you don't use spell slots. So if you
could
if you like
prep for
time it
ahead of
so
time.
like if you time it before like 10 minutes before it's going to run out, you begin ritual casting it, then it would be cast every hour.
I can do that too. She relays that information as Lorelai.
If you do want to teach it to me sometime too, I could use if we end up running into your sister, we could duel it. Like
Yeah.
you
It
do
would
him and
also
I'll do
be
sister.
good even if we don't
My,
find your sister to swap it off so that you're not both
I will say she
exhausted in
probably
the
won't be
morning.
willing.
Hmm?
That's the only
Is-
thing.
is
She
sister
probably
willing?
will not be willing.
We'll
Well,
cross that
if-
bridge when we come to it. I feel like.
Yeah.
Could we do that with someone who is unconscious? Like if we knock her out, then
Probably not. I
She
haven't
has
tried.
to be willing. It is a part of the spell. If she doesn't know who you guys are and you're casting magic at her, it will not work.
Well, you said she has a harder time controlling it, but there might be a chance that she might be lucid. So maybe we would be able to talk her into it?
It's more that she doesn't know you all, and then I'm not going to be there with you. Because I'm going to be in this...
Well, we should find her first. With you. I also think, thinking about if I've heard of spells before where you can charm beasts. I wonder if that would work on a werewolf. Where you basically just make them befriend you.
Perhaps. I haven't had that done to me before, because there's been no reason for that to be done to me before, so I'm not sure if that would work.
And if we wanted to take a non-magical approach to this, there is see, like, I don't know, Chris, her teeth a little bit, goes, there is technically a guild of sorts that specializes in this if we need to consult them.
Maybe we should look into that first.
Monster Hunters?
Yeah, the Grey Veil. If we, like Valencia said, if we could maybe grab some of their stuff.
It's like...
under a guise of sorts.
Yeah, because the chains work fine when I have them. We can, I just probably won't go with you, because I don't know what sense they have. Some people have the sense of, like, you know, that type of thing, and I don't want to cause any alarm or get myself into harm's way by going in there being like, I'm not a werewolf.
Oh no, that was really good. That was a good lie. I couldn't tell.
I think
I'm real good at this.
Right now,
we should keep walking.
We don't have a lot of time.
No. I appreciate you all taking this so well, though. Y'all are great, and I love you.
Oh. This is the most understanding group of people I've ever met.
You guys...
I think we all kind of have things that...
We are all kind of fucked up.
Essentially.
A little bit, yeah.
Except for Otto.
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
You're just kind of a normal.
Normal with the giant spider.
No, yeah, normally I'm not the normal one. So
you're the glue that binds us, Otto.
Feel to be the normal one.
It's weird.
Okay.
Let's look.
You guys continue walking through the tunnels for the next few days. And as you guys do, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. See you guys back here in a minute. And welcome back. We pick up as the Fortune's Favors has just begun their traveling in the tunnelways underneath Elderos over towards Kofel. Over these next few days, is there anything anyone would like to do? Kieran.
At some point, Kieran would slide up next to Valencia and just pull out the ring and be like, I found this and I thought you might like it. And also, Magic Man told me that it is good for magic users, so...
Okay. Thank you. I don't have anything to give you.
I do not need anything from you.
But I feel bad.
Do not. You are alive and I love you.
I love you too.
You now have the Pearl of Power. You do have to kind of finagle the ring back into ring shape because it was bent before.
She's like fidgeting with it as she's walking.
But you can restore a third or lower spell slot once per day. Anyone else doing anything over these next few days' travels?
Lorelai wants to let Sakura get some of her spells transferred. So, like, the life transference, and then maybe swatch?
I don't think I have enough money for that.
Oh, yeah, you need gold.
You need gold, too.
You need gold, too, to write stuff down.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. I forgot about that.
I have enough money right now to do 1 blood spell. So I might copy over one of the.
You can only do 1 first level blood spell.
Yeah. Which I don't think
You don't have any.
Yeah. Well, I'll look into getting more stuff for stuff when we hit a city or something, but we don't really have the money to do it right now.
Understandable. I forgot money was needed to swap over spells.
We'll get money and then we'll have a sleepover party where we do that.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Anything else anyone's doing over these days, Sakura?
Sakura is attuning to the grimoire. Doing that, and then just kind of going over just the new spells and stuff, just to kind of give a read through them. Talk awkwardly with people. He keeps giving Erebus a thumbs up. Sarah.
Okay. Erebus?
Oh, sorry. This isn't anything that Erebus is doing, but I think we decided that closer to when the full moon is occurring, Erebus gets a few more animalistic traits. So, like, if he's up doing a shift with you all, like during the night, his eyes will glow. Stuff like that. His teeth is a bit sharper. He's kind of trying to avoid acknowledging any of that. But if y'all are perceptive enough,
Otto's
that's
writing it
happening.
down. Otto's literally ready to write down
some of the
whatever
changes you
things are
guys do
happening.
notice, his eyes become a little bit more canine, more yellow than brown, and they glow at night. This is kind of around day 3 of travel. His ears get a slightly more pointed, and almost it looks like hair is kind of growing a little bit more over his body. His teeth are sharper.
Hot.
Sakura is feeling things. Sakura stares a little too long at Erebus all the
No,
time.
that's literally what I was gonna say. Lorelai is so entranced with the little changes, and she's staring so cool. She's like, "This is so cool."
I think Erebus thinks that you all think it's weird, and so he's kind of like,
at night, if Valencia is ever keeping watch with Erebus or whatever, he glows a little bit brighter to kind of make him feel better.
That's so
"Oh,
cute.
you would very much appreciate that." He's like, "Thank you, Valencia."
Lorelai straight up says, "That's so cool," one day when she's seeing all the changes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, nothing that I can control, but it's very sweet. I appreciate that.
It looks really good. It's really working for you.
Thank you, Sakura. It's also very sweet. Huh. You all are a different bunch. Most people would be pretty scared of this.
It's different. It's not weird. I think it's really cool.
Thank you.
It's very attractive.
I feel like Erebus just kind of looks. Goes, "Thank you. I appreciate that."
Yeah.
And he kind of just turns, walks in. He's like, "I don't know what to do with that. I'm gonna go."
I whisper over to Lorelai, "Okay, I think I went a little too strong."
Maybe he's not used to this. You should have seen
Looks
him when
really
I asked him to
good.
share a bed. He does though. We should have seen him when I asked him to share a bed. He got so flustered.
Oh yeah.
Because I thought, you were gonna be there, but you went.
No, that was the reason that I wasn't. So you guys will have separate beds. I didn't know. Do you want to share a bed with him? Do you want me to help you with that?
She's turns bright red. She's like, I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something. I know a decent amount of things about men.
Wait,
CB just got up and left. That was so funny.
Wait, so was the person when we were in Coalfield? What was the person you went and slept with a man now? I thought it was-
No.
Oh. Oh, so you did both. That makes sense.
So you what? Say again?
So you did both.
So I did. Yes. Okay. I am a man, but also, yes. Would you like me to teach you about bisexuality?
That's a thing.
Right. Okay. And then I teach her about bisexuality as we walk.
See, Erebus isn't that far away, and he has superior hearing, so I feel like he's just like.
Yeah, it's worse right now too.
Yeah.
You can hear literally everything.
I mean,
So I'm
that's very
attracted.
fitting.
So I'm
I'm
attracted
also
both to the.
bisexual.
Yeah. Did you say that?
Erebus can hear, so he's like bisexual.
Oh.
Erebus does that, and Kieran's just like, "Ay."
Oh, are we all bisexual? This is incredible.
I mean, I've never really been around people my own age, except like a few. So
It's okay. You can work it out. You don't even need to. You don't even need labels.
Some people never actually label themselves.
Mm-hmm. You could not feel attraction. You could feel multiple levels of attraction. See, I'm attracted to the Butcher and Erebus, so it's a bisexual thing. But it's like, you could be anyone, no one.
Valencia's glancing at Kieran throughout this conversation.
So many people in this party are very attractive, Lorelai. It's a whole experience.
I mean, I agree. Everyone is very attractive. They all have their own unique qualities.
Right. That's why I stay looking like this, so I can fit in with the attractive people.
But I like
So
your
I'm
other
green.
form too.
I'm
You're still
green.
attractive in your other form.
The changeling
form
form
is
is
cool.
actually quite hot.
Oh. Okay, well, now he's feeling like Erebus. He goes, okay.
This is the start of the polycule.
Ooh.
Okay, you guys continue traveling through. You guys eventually get to the point where the crystal cave is there. You guys continue through that and onward. Is there anything else anyone is doing during
We
the travel through
celebrated-
the tunnels?
We celebrated day 30 of knowing each other by explaining bisexuality and talking about how hot everyone was.
Basically, yes, you did.
And I love that.
I do think because the kind of plan that was discussed was that the spell storing ring would be better off with Lorelei. So I do think Otto just kind of like hands it over. I don't think Otto knows how to use it, so it's just gonna be like, here you go, a gift.
I will add it.
Wait, I barely heard CD. Huh?
Otto gave you the ring of spell storing. I put it in your inventory.
Hey, I love that. She's so happy. She's like, thank you. And she hugs you.
Yeah, that's a normal reaction for a gift. I forgot. It hugs back. Not used to that.
A lot of people in this group are not used to hugs. I've noticed.
Yeah, well, like my family hugs me, yeah, but you know, nobility, touchy-feely isn't always the way to go.
Okay.
But I appreciate it. It's nice.
You guys continue forth. Erebus. Even underground, you feel the pull of the white moon growing closer with each hour passing. Your senses are extremely heightened. You can hear every movement around you, rats half a mile away scurrying through the tunnels. You can hear the hearts of your friends beating around you, their blood rushing through their bodies. You can smell their emotions as they stand around you, worrying for you, for their lives and what comes next. And you can feel yourself losing control over the pull of the beast that hides within you. You know that the full moon is close, and without your restraints, you could very well go into a rampage with no control of your actions. But you continue traveling. continue.
I think once his senses get heightened, just because of sensory reasons, he probably tries to keep his distance from the group. And he kind of like looks over at everybody to make sure that they know he's not upset. He's like, "Don't worry, I'm fine. It's just a lot right now, so if I keep my distance, I'm not angry. Just everything is really loud. So if I stay farther away, I'm fine."
Yeah,
As fine as I
Valencia's gonna talk in a sentence like, "Let us know if you need anything."
He would like force a smile. He's like, I will. Thank you. And he'll walk probably farther, not behind, but in front.
Okay. You take charge, walking through the tunnels until you guys eventually get to the portion that is nearing the surface in Coalfell. As you do, are you guys being cautious, stealthy? Okay.
Yes, because the
We
last
cautious,
time I was
yeah.
in this area, Sakura did some bad magic.
Okay. I'd like everybody to make a group stealth check for me then.
And
If
I
we
can
were-
do Pass the Trees now, because why the hell not? Glad I did.
I got a 22.
Did you use Pass Without a Trace?
Yep.
Okay.
Listen.
Then I got a 29.
27.
28.
16.
That's a 22 as well.
Okay. Also roll for cricket as well. Remember that.
Ah, yes. Oh,
Master of Stealth Cricket.
it's cricket stuff. Let's see. 6 plus 7 plus 10 is a number.
23.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. You guys easily make your way, evading any of the people mining within the mine tunnels here, and you guys are able to sneak into the forest tree line rather quickly as you make your exit from the mine. At this point, there is technically like 1.5 days travel, or 1.5 days until the full moon. What are you guys doing now that you are in Coalfell?
Do we want to look for the Monster Hunters Guild?
Yeah, because I would rather get the chains first, and then if I feel like I'm going to lose control and I'm still conscious, then put me under the spell.
Do you want to wait at the tavern?
Yes. I will not be going into the building just for safety reasons, and I think it would be more beneficial for me to be by myself for a little bit.
Do you want me to stay with you in case I need to cast a spell?
That actually may be a good idea, just in case.
I can stay outside the room.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay, you guys begin the travel to the lower mountain underneath Ozan. Take about a day. On that journey, I would like somebody to please make a perception check and somebody to roll a d20.
I can do perception.
Okay.
That's a 15 on the 20.
Okay.
And a 16 for perception.
Okay. You guys make it the next morning. You guys would make it towards the area in which the Monster Hunting Guild is. And Erebus and Lorelai, you guys are kind of staying behind while the others go in. Okay. The four of you head towards it looks to be carved into the mountain underneath of it. The outside has some very ancient looking stonework and carvings, all of which have different statues and monikers of the hunters that are within the guild, killing and hunting monsters. As you continue forth, and as you do notice that you guys are gaining eyes, as like there are a few people outside. But what do you guys do?
I think before we got to the place, Erebus will put up his hood so you can't see his ears, and also like his bandana over his face.
I was
Just
under
because
the
he knows
impression
that
that
he-
you and Lorelai were staying back while they went in.
Yeah. Okay, so we found somewhere.
Yeah, you guys are
outside
kind of
the-
like within like the tree line outside of it.
Okay.
While they are heading towards it.
Okay, cool. Never mind then.
I mean, I guess let's go. Let's see if we can find some
What's that
Right,
then?
let's look.
silver.
Mm.
Right.
Okay, you guys head in, and you guys open the door, and as you do, the people who, like the three people who are outside, they're kind of like glaring at you, curious as to what you guys are doing. Seems
I
that they
glare
don't
back.
they don't get visitors very often, especially those of Elenin descent and those with a big spider. But you guys walk in, opening these large stone doors inward into the actual guild itself. And you guys open into like what looks to almost be like a tavern in itself, where there's like a bar and there's people drinking and things, but it isn't very crowded. There's probably about maybe 5 people within the guild itself. And all conversations halt as soon as you guys open the door and they notice you are not one of the guild members.
I
Awkward.
walk up. Is there someone selling anything, or is it just like a bar?
There's someone at the bar.
There's no one manning the bar, or
Yes, that's what I mean. There's
Okay,
someone
sorry.
at the bar, like handing out drinks and whatever.
I want to say we discussed this prior, but if we didn't, then he just messages everyone to be like, hey, let's not say we're looking specifically for silver manacles. Let's just be like, hey, we're looking for generic monster hunting gear. Because if we start going out with silver, they're going to know something.
Is there would Otto know of any other beast or monstrosity or whatever that would also be like affected by silver that we could like say?
Make a nature check while I see.
Okay. Nature. All right, it's just a 15.
Most devils and lycanthropes would have like vulnerabilities to silver weapons.
Okay. Then on a message back from Sakura, I'd just be like, fall back on devils if you have to say a specific type of enemy.
Sure, you know what, that works. We've had
We
dealings.
have.
And I'll go up to the bar and enter charlatan mode. Where go? We're nice to meet you. We are looking to. We're trying to get into monster hunting. We had some bad dealings with something, and we're just looking to get into monster hunting. Do you know we can buy gear? The butcher told me that I could look into this place.
Well, the butcher's not one of our members, so.
Okay, well,
but
just mentioned it.
You guys look a little weak to be monster hunters, so.
That's valid.
Do you want
Honestly,
any of our experienced guides to help out with this monster issue?
I don't know. I don't think so. We need a little bit. We don't normally do monster stuff. We're adventurers. and someone came across, or I guess you could say a devil came across us, and some words were exchanged, and we're looking to get one of our friends back from that devil. So anything that we're just looking for equipment that could help, like, defend us in that situation. So silvered weapons, either holy water, stuff like that.
I mean, if the devil's after you and it's gotten one of your friends, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, we know we're kind of fucked, but
we don't normally sell weaponry or gear. Usually you'd have to be a part of a guild in order to get any of our equipment.
I mean, odds are you probably get it back after we died.
I mean, sure, if you let us know what devil you're after and we could come and clean up after, you think you can deal with it?
Possibly. Look, is there anything we can do to get some, if you have equipment like that? I just, honestly, right now, we're trying to trap him in a way so we can kind of reverse a deal situation that they got with our friend. So
the only way to reverse a deal with the devil is high magic power.
Right. But if you would have, listen, we're honestly just doing our best. If you'd be able to have silver chains and holy water, that would cover us pretty well. I know that it's not really a thing that you do.
We don't really ever have chains because we just kill on sight. I could spare some holy water. A vial or two.
That'd be good. Would you have any silver?
No. Not to give freely.
Oh, I mean, we could pay. Or if there's something that you need done, we could look into it.
This person is just staring at you, doesn't want to do business.
Okay. Well, do you know anyone who would be able to help us?
I mean, you could probably go up to the city and get manacles or holy water commissioned.
That would take time, one. Okay. Well, I look back at the others and I cast message at Otto and I go, "Oh, they don't really want to help us here."
I'm not very surprised.
Right.
They're not exactly good at their jobs, even if their jobs are cruel.
Sakura chuckles out loud as he's doing that. He goes, "Okay, well, thank you for your time. Sorry to bother you. Good to monster hunting. Yeah, we'll keep trying, and if we turn up dead, feel free to take our stuff."
Sounds like a plan. Good luck.
Right.
Otto, you do notice as you were talking through the message spell, because you are still talking in a whisper, they seem to have picked up what you had said about them not being good at their jobs.
I think Otto's very much just like staring back at whoever is staring.
It's this like older
her.
gentleman who has like a prosthetic leg, probably taken by some sort of monster, and he's just like, he has like a cup, like a bowl of grub, and he's just like looking up at you with like a knife on the table in front of him.
I will adjust my crossbow in a way that suggests that I am just as, adept at whatever fighting. He's basically, I feel like he's threatening, so.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Message means when she responds to me, I'm the only one that can hear the message. Like, that's what it says.
It is in a whisper. So if someone has a high enough passive perception, they can hear you whispering.
And can reply in a whisper that only you can hear is in the spell. It's a magic whisper that no one else can hear. Just because of that, I was just reading the spell description. And
I feel either way, the guy might have been able
No, it's fine.
Because
I
we
just
were
wanted to
getting
say, just because
scared.
that was the spell description, that's just what it was.
I mean, you can also just see on my face I'm not impressed by this entire guild. I just got a 15.
Okay, everyone else gets super on nerve that is in here. And like they put their hands on their weapons. They are not okay with you coming in, asking about their gear and wanting to get something done when it's their job within Elderos to take care of monsters.
I think so I didn't want Otto to say anything while here. I think Otto really just like rolls her eyes kind of and goes, alright, I think we are finishing here. I don't think we're gonna get anything useful, so we should probably just leave.
Yeah, we should go.
I'm just gonna head out. Can I do like a kind of glance, like investigation wise around?
You can do
The
a
room as we
perception
leave?
check.
Or yeah, I guess perception technically. Hey, 16 plus 6.
And what are you looking for?
My immediate thought was to say the weakest link. Uh, like, who do I think, like... Because we still need, like, some equipment or whatnot. And if I can't, either, like, seeing something on someone that suggests that they deal with whatever, werewolves or devils, and might have the equipment, or just, like, looking for somebody as, like, an inn, like, that we can go corner later.
It doesn't appear that anyone here, at least, would want to help you in any way unless you were offering coin.
Okay.
You don't know if there are other you do know that there is probably anywhere from 20 to 30 different monster hunters within the guild at this very moment. You've only seen about 8 of them, so others could be out and about in Elderos, others could be within the barracks further in. You aren't totally sure, but there are other monster hunters who might be more willing. But based on the conversations you've just had and the impressions you've just made, no one immediately here wants to talk or help you.
Okay.
Otto, if you have money, can we pay someone?
He used all my money to revive our friends.
Oh yeah.
I don't have
any money. Alright, let's go.
Go give an update, I guess.
Yeah. Not really much we can do here.
Okay. While that's happening, Lorelai and Erebus, is there anything that you guys are doing?
Lorelai's just keeping an eye out, even though she knows Erebus can also keep an eye out, especially with his hearing and his sight. But she just also wants to, like, just look around, make sure that no one's catching on to them hiding in the woods.
Okay, then I will ask for a perception check. Erebus, you can make one as well if you'd like.
Yeah, he will, because his stuff is at advantage with hearing right now, so.
Yeah, you should definitely roll, because I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine was a 22.
Okay. You guys watch as they eventually disappear behind the sculptures for the base of the mountain where this guild is home, has made home to. You guys wait there, kind of keeping an eye out, making sure you guys aren't being detected by anyone outside or anyone coming up. Erebus, you do notice kind of probably about 15 minutes in, waiting for them to come back out. You do hear footsteps towards your right side. But yeah, that you just hear them. You aren't totally sure exactly how far away. It could be you can at this moment hear up to half a mile away. So
I think Erebus probably won't say anything about it unless it feels really, really close. Like if it's really loud, he'll probably try to he'll keep it in mind, but he probably won't say anything to Lorelai about it.
okay. You guys continue keeping watch. The footsteps do get closer, but they aren't extremely loud to where you need to be nervous about it. But eventually the 4 of them and Cricket come back out, a little bit of a disappointed look on their face.
Yeah.
I'm
Kind of a
guessing
dead
no
end.
luck. The only other thing that I can potentially think of is like a blacksmith or something. I know we tried that before, and it didn't always work out, but this area is kind of a bit, this is more of a thing that they may need.
True.
I feel like they can get it within the guild, but maybe we could be lucky. But I'm really unsure.
Also, because it took a day to travel here, tonight is the full moon.
Oh God.
Yeah, we're really running out of time. Everything is so heightened right now.
Is there anything else besides silver chains? Because I think we've gotten to a dead end with those.
No, that's the only thing that I'm sensitive to. Everything else, I could not easily, but there's a high likelihood that I would just break through it. Yeah, that's why back home, everything, like the room that I'm in, is filled with silver. So if I like try to break through or get to anything, I can't. Yeah. And my sister's still out there too, maybe. And we don't know where she is.
Let's check for a blacksmith first. That's a good thing to check first, because this kind of place has got to have something. There's got to be something here that we can use. We didn't just... There's got to be. And if not, we can look to see if there's any other monster hunters that we could pay to borrow their equipment. Although I doubt they would keep it under the nose knowing what tonight is. So we'll go check for a blacksmith.
Yeah.
I also want you guys to keep in mind, this is at the bottom of the mountain, and it's the only building around. There is a lake that goes off to the back of it, and then Ozan is up the mountainside, which will take half a day to walk up.
Worst comes to worst, I can just keep my distance from you all for a bit. And maybe look for my sister.
My spells.
Given how close we are to the guild, I don't think that would be a good idea, because you would not be in danger of hurting us, but you would be in danger of getting hurt yourself.
Yeah, but I'd still be able to hurt you all, is the thing. I think that might be a good idea to at least put some distance between me and you for a little bit. I think that either way it will be beneficial. I think it would be good to keep tabs on me, for sure.
I have something, but it only lasts till an hour, and it's going to hurt.
I was about to ask them, Otto, do you have like a hunter's mark thing?
I do.
I know it would hurt, but you could keep tabs on me.
I mean, it would only hurt if I attacked you. The mark itself is just a symbol or sigil, I assume.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, so you can at least keep tabs on me.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
But I do also have my spell that I can use on you.
Yeah.
You won't be in pain. You will be resistant to any damage. You'll be okay.
And you wouldn't be in danger of hurting us or anyone attacking you if we hide well enough.
Kieran and Otto, as you guys are talking within the tree line here, you guys do notice as the other monster hunters, they're all kind of beginning to make their way outside of it. You do end up seeing about 13 of them all kind of gathered, and they do look to be equipped with like silver weapons and different sorts of things because they know tonight's the full moon.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to move away from here.
Yeah. You said they're moving out, correct?
Yeah, they're like gathering in like that front courtyard in front of the guild.
Yeah, we need to at least put some distance between us and them for now, and then I really do think that I need to at least keep some distance from you all. Now you know where I'm at with the mark, and you're pretty speedy. We'll figure it out.
Why don't we do the feign death?
We can. I'm just worried that, like, if something happens, I can't do anything. Just the idea of that. But if
I
it's
can release the
necessary,
spell if you need to be released. I can easily release you.
Is
It's
it a
not something that has
concentration
to-
spell?
It's a spell that you can use until you use an action to touch the target and dismiss it.
Okay.
So
So,
I
but
can
if we
release you if you need to be.
should get away from where we are, in there, and then when it's about to happen, we'll feign you, and then continuously ritual it when it's about to fade until the morning.
Erebus, can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
oh god, yes, I can. That is a 19.
I don't like that face.
I will text you how you were feeling.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can
Feeling great.
I can also make him invisible. So like someone could stand by him obviously so that we know where he is, but it would help if we end up not being alone in the woods.
That would be smart to keep him invisible.
When he's feigned, right? Not just when he's werewolfed out. That would be scary. Out of character, that would be scary if you just had an invisible werewolf.
Or
I think we should start heading out. Please.
Okay. Can we see what direction are the hunters going?
They aren't going anywhere at the moment. It looks like they're kind of gathering to head out to hunt werewolves.
Okay. Then just in the opposite direction.
Okay, you guys begin heading into the Whispering Woods. How long are you guys traveling? Because there's probably about 7 hours until the full moon.
Maybe like an hour before?
We probably about 5 or 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
and the farther away we are, the better.
But we're
you
also
is there any way that because of the mark, I head a bit farther out if I go ahead a little bit?
Yeah, I just will.
well, we want to
I
feign
haven't-
death. We want to do the feign death spell plan. I feel like, right? Because
Yeah,
I feel like
that would be better.
that's smarter than just letting you go. So we want to
Well-
keep you with us.
Yeah, because
and
it's people in the
then-
woods.
What's the
Hmm.
range on that?
It is
Like it's touch, I assume, but
Yeah, it's touch.
Yeah, so we would have to.
Erebus,
And then I
as
have-
Yeah.
you guys are walking and traveling, you look up to the sky, nervous, impatient about this transformation that is to come, and you notice that in the sky, you can see as the purple moon of Aramel is also bright.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I think
You should know. You
he-
played Rhea
I think he
and
starts
was in a
zooming.
relationship with Annie.
I don't know what a dual moon means. I don't.
A
I
dual
think
full
that's just
moon.
a stronger werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beast
I don't know.
boy.
I don't know. We kind of wrecked Annie, so I don't remember that too much.
I think he starts running as fast as he can away from the group.
Erebus, we need to feign you.
She's gonna apologize for this. How long does Hunter's Mark last?
An hour?
Hour, yeah.
Fuck it, I want to do this for as long as time as possible. I'm gonna cast Mind Spike on Erebus.
Okay.
What is that?
The target must make a Wisdom saving throw, taking 3d8 damage on a failed save for half as much damage on a successful one. On a failed save, you always know the target's location until the spell ends, but only while the two of you are on the same plane of existence.
Okay.
While you have this knowledge, the target can't become hidden from you, even if it is invisible, and gains no benefit from that condition against you.
What type of save?
Wisdom. Or could you voluntarily fail?
I think right now he
Yeah,
would
he's
not be willing
fight or
because he's
flight.
not thinking about that.
Yeah, that's
And I
so
rolled an
fair.
18 for
Fuck,
the
okay.
save.
Okay.
I mean,
Just-
I can definitely keep up with him, so.
Yeah.
I think Erebus is he's all minded right now, so he's all fucked up in the head. So he's not going to, he's running away. We need to get up. We need to feign death him as soon as possible.
Is damage rounded up or down?
It's rounded down.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. Kieran, are you keeping up with him?
Yeah, I'll run after him.
Okay. Kieran, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. As he is running and running and running, and he seems to have a lot more stamina than you do.
He's a trap star.
It's a 13.
About 30 minutes into this, you are getting tired and exhausted. You gain 1 point of exhaustion. It is getting difficult to keep up with Erebus, and he seems to know the forest far better than you do. I will say, Erebus, you are running. All of your senses have heightened, and you can feel your blood, you can hear your blood rushing through your veins. It's almost red hot as it travels through you, but that pain does not amount to the pain you feel as your bones begin to break and elongate. Your body tears at its seams to make room for your true self. Your back hunches as it tears through the fabric around it. Your body is covered in dark brown fur. Your fingertips grow long, sharp claws that could kill with a single strike. Your maw grows to make room for long, flesh-tearing canines, and as you persist through the pain, you can feel your control leaving your body, knowing that both the pool of Arveria and Celia is difficult to overcome. Kieran, you see as his human form slowly is relinquished control to the burgeoning beast within. You can see his limbs contort and stretch, growing impossibly larger until he is towering at over 7 feet tall. Dark, coarse fur sprouts all over his body, turning his once fair skin into a rich, dark brown pelt. His irises, once a tranquil shade of brown, now glazed with a ferocity and intensity, glowing an unnatural and piercing yellow. His fingers elongated into sharp, razor-sharp claws, the air is thick with the scent of his transformation, a combination of wet fur and earth. Erebus is now fully transformed into a dark and fearsome werewolf, stood in front of you as a predator of the moonlight, ready to embark on the hunt with his eyes burning like twin lanterns in the darkness. You watch as his transformation, he runs off faster, more agile, as your body is beginning to give out, keeping up with him. There is a hint of fear in his eyes as he looks back, once before rushing off into the woods as you lose sight of him. You hear a echoing howl that grows more and more distant as you stand alone. The group far behind you. At this point, what does everybody but Erebus do? Kieran is alone ahead of you guys, very far into the forest, and you guys, I assume, were trying to play catch up.
Yeah, Lorelai's not stopping until she goes and finds Erebus.
I feel like we're all keeping close together. Because we are running into the Whispering Woods on the night of the full moon. And I'm looking for Kieran.
Okay. She probably stopped at that point because she was like, well, nothing I can do now, so.
The rest of you eventually catch up, finding Kieran exhausted and out of breath. Erebus, nowhere in sight. You guys both eventually lose concentration on your Mind Spike and Hunter's Mark. Erebus, lost to you in the Whispering Woods. What do you do?
I think we should keep moving steadily, stealthily if we can. Hi, Otto, can you stealth us?
1 sec.
Because I feel like if we don't want to get caught by anything, we should try to find him if we can. And
Yeah.
but not make any noise.
Yeah, I'll do Pass Without Trace again. And I guess I'll just begin leading everybody forwards. I know we technically don't know where Erebus is going.
You have the general direction he was going when you lost concentration on your spells.
Yes. But I don't think Otto's like running after. It's more just like accepting that we're gonna have to track him down. So it's like, okay, it's time to be like careful and exact because there's still surely the hunters in the woods or whatever other things in the woods. So I think Otto's just gonna go start going forward.
I feel like in Valencia's head, she's gonna just like keep trying to reach out to Erebus, but instead of saying anything, she's just gonna like hum. Like the first thing that comes to mind is like the lullaby that she knows, but like she's just gonna hum just in case, like if she reaches him, A, it'll be like a calming voice, and B, he has a way to answer once they're in range.
Okay. As you guys all begin to delve into the Whispering Woods, wondering where Erebus has gone, if he can gain control, that is where we're going to end tonight's episode of the Portent Kast and pick up next week. May the dice guide you to beautiful friendships.
Go beat Erebus's ass.
We had a plan, my dude.
His instincts overcame.